Okay, Mirage Red Flag, mission number 2. Had my troubles in that last one flying in the Nellis. There were a few things I wasn't up to speed on, namely the tack-end offset there with the roll and theta, which looking back now I think I did learn a while ago, I just clean forgot. But yeah, it was a bit familiar when I went back and just read the manual with the range and bearing for the tack-end you just set in there. So yeah, that's what these campaigns are all about, just progressing through and learning and picking up things as you go and become muscle memory for you. Alright, mission number 2 will take us on a area familiarization tour. We're going up with a couple of F-15 pilots and they're going to show us the lay of the land. There's the flights there. Reaper is the F-15 flight, and then I've got myself at Chevy 3 as a 2-ship, and then Chevy 4 and 5 likewise. So they've got all the Mirages going up and we're going to get a bit of a tour. It's like Sharks up there as well in some X-16s and Vipers. So yeah, the actual briefing is not too much in it. The things to note is the, where are they? Can't see it. Well, there's the map. We're going out of Nellis, flying to waypoint 1, I think it was at 7,000. And then forming up between 1 and 2, and then basically doing the tour out to 5. Now it's got here on the knee board that break formation at 5, and then go on stationary orbit between 6 and 7, I think that's saying. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happens there, but we'll orbit and then head back to base. So pretty straightforward. It's before the actual main exercises start, but really enjoyed this in the A10 to go around on the tour in that one. And just get familiar with all the sites down there, so pretty keen to get up. That's pretty cool too. It's got the takeoff weights and the rotation speeds. Oh yeah, and the taxi times too are important. So Reaper 1, the F-15 is going out at, is it 16:05, and then Chevy Flights goes out at 7 past the hour, 8 past, 9 past will be my taxi time, so got to get up and started before then, and yeah, better make sure I up the speed with the Mirage startup, which I think I'm pretty got down. That's one thing I think I'm okay with. Alright, so let's jump in and have a look. One thing to note, I actually had to pull this up in the editor. The last mission, well, I went to play this mission and it still said 0 missions flown, so pretty sure I exited the mission properly, but I have had this trouble in the past where similarly I've got to a certain point mission and then it just keeps replaying that same mission every time I go continue. So let me know if anyone else has had that problems. But yeah, I've got this in the editor, so hopefully it won't muck the mission up just by playing it there. Alright, let's jump in and unpause. And begin startup sequence, turn electric power and radios. So let's get cranking. It's always very dark in the Mirage, you can barely see a damn thing. Yep, radio's on. Let's get engines started, boost pumps, cut-off valve and start pump, which switches over when you open the flap. Now I should be able to just hit that. There we go, kept missing it. And punch out detent. That's going to start the engine. Press space, radio check.
Chevy 3-1 to Chevy 4 and 5. Radio check on channel 1 clean. Chevy 4, 5 out of 5. Chevy 5, wait for the clear. Good. Same for channel 1 on red.
So we got power, so let's skip straight to the alignment because that takes forever. Alright, so hey.
Contact ground for departure in the flight order. Chevy 4 is off tracks at 1607. Chevy 5 is off tracks at 1608. I will follow 1 minute later. Reaper 1-1 will brief us a note. Questions? Gizmo, no questions. 5-1, negative. Reaper 1-1, Chevy 3-1, ready your check.
climb out and then turn towards waypoint 2 at the truck stop. I want you to catch up with me while still over Sally Corridor.
Copy that, Wilco.
Alright, that should be aligning now. And there's the countdown. So yeah, you put it to A, which puts the initial position, let LG for the coordinates. I don't think I had to set the altitude, I just did it. Not sure if you have to validate it, so I just put it in just to make sure. And then STS, which gives you the status of this alignment, which will flash and then finish up. It takes about 8 minutes. So speaking of which, what's the time? So I am 9 past the hour, so it is Zulu time. So I need to be, what is that? 11 minutes, so I should be fine. Alright, let's run through the other test. Just do the fly-by-wire test, and let's get some light in. So dark. Can actually get some floodlights. I think the bottom ones are floods. Yeah, that's a bit better. I can actually see there now. Which of that line, that's the lights on. I'll actually turn the red ones on too. Why not? Some flights going overhead. Okay, so that's a good test over on the FEW. Go the other way. Let's turn the standby altitude indicator power on. Uncage that. This should be good to go in a sec. Let's turn the radar to standby while we're waiting. That's all good. Now the autopilot, I think it's the autopilot test switch, yep. Let's turn the radar and HUD on. Yep. Don't know if I have to put that to radar alt when I'm taking off. Just leave it to normal, I think, at the moment. I think that's everything there, and what else over here? The RWR. Put all that on. IFF. Doesn't really point to anything over there. Do I have to turn it all the way? I think I turned it all the way. I won't turn the countermeasures on because I don't think I'm going to need it for this mission. I can turn the start pump back off. So now I just wait for alignment. Let's turn this canopy down. Leave it open so I can hear the outside. I like hearing the noises. It's a good test over here. So yeah, I think I got everything. It's pretty not too bad startup in this jet. Yeah, I'll come back when it's well, probably another 5 minutes away. Hasn't even got past the first stage yet. Some jets. Oh, that's probably the F-15 starting up behind me. Oh, that's time's ticking away, isn't it? I've got about 4 minutes, so yeah, I'll come back in 4 minutes. Alright, so 15's taken off. I think this is the flight ahead of me. And I'm about 30 seconds away from my taxi, and I don't think I am going to make it. I think I've still got at least a minute here. Yeah, so bugger me if I can do that any quicker. Contact Nellis ground when ready to taxi. Ground is channel green 3. I'm going with green 3. Oh, there's the ATIS. Alright, so Yeah, I'm 10 seconds past me push time. Alright, so I'll do a bit of a quick taxi, I think, to get up there. Let's turn pitot heat on and hydraulic power. Let's get this down. Sealed, cleared on the board. Five, 4. And that's good alignment, so switch to nav and we are good to go. Let's switch to ground crew, wheel chocks. I'm not sure if they're actually on this. See who hasn't got any on.
Alright, gentlemen, this is Rick from 1-1. I've cleared us with the
Alright, let's taxi.
You don't have to worry about that. We'll climb to Angels 8 at the truck stop, turn to 353 and start
Truck stop.
flight level 140. Try to catch up with me as soon as you can after the turn. Chevy 3-1, give me a shot when you are gear up.
Cleared with the oh crap. I'll request takeoff.
3-1, request takeoff.
Chevy 5-1, mark up
I think they said they've already cleared us, so I don't need to do that. Truck stop, turn 353, press F10 to acknowledge. Press space.
Chevy 3-1, information.
Ah, okay.
Request taxi.
What am I doing?
Chevy 3-1, ground. Taxi Alpha. Hold short 03 right and contact tower.
Chevy 3-1, taxi Alpha.
But then he said he already
Hold
cleared us, so
03 right.
it's confusing. Let's just acknowledge.
Chevy 3-1 copies, Wilco.
So I'm gonna hold short and contact tower, but tower was channel 4. Not getting any comms. I might have broken that. I don't know why I went to the other menu. I just had it popped up there, so it was just by habit. Well, that's the other flight just taken off there, so I'm not too far behind. So I think I caught up whatever taxi I was doing there. I'm not really following the taxi line. Contact tower.
Nellis Tower, Chevy 3-1, holding short
Whoops.
03 right at...
Ah, hold short 03 right, not left, you idiot.
Chevy 3-1, runway 03 right, wind is 060 for
Clear takeoff. Let's go.
takeoff.
Ah,
03 right.
one day I'll get through a mission without making mistakes. One day. Alright, let's catch up. Straighten up first and go. So I think the knee board had it at 133 for rotate. Let's go. And we're up, gear up.
Chevy 3-1 is gear up.
Alright, so waypoint 1 is off to our front.
I'm also going to show you the way that we'll always take to reach the North 4 airspace, which is where the red flight will take place. The south airspace is currently occupied by
Come off,
the
burner.
busy with the final stages of the Iron Flag. Luckily, this is a rather small-scale affair. Otherwise, control
There's
would
the
have
waypoint.
the Sally corridor we're currently using. So the plan for today is as follows. We will continue via Sally, quickly traverse to Caliente Alpha, and then enter Coyote, where we will stay during our cap. Currently we have Dutch F-16s on similar flight tours on station there, but they will leave before we enter the area. Now a word on radio procedures. This is important, so please pay attention. You will keep our main channel active on one of the radios at all times, and tune a second radio to local range frequency. So you might as well switch to Sally on one of your radios now. Let me know when you've done that. Which channel would that be? That would be on the way, all the way on my
9 on green.
Okay, Chevy 4.
So the waypoint was here, which is the truck stop they were talking about. It's also the turning point's called the Brick Pit, pretty sure,
Chevy 3 is on Sally
which
frequency.
is that one, is it?
For future flights, you'll just get the call from the leader. And
Or maybe this is the whole Brick Pit here.
always make sure to have at least one for a knock it off message. Yeah, if you hear knock it off on guard, it means something went wrong and we have a burn down. Get ready for immediate RTB, unless you are issued a role in CSAR by the range commander or TO.
That's interesting. So knock it off doesn't mean knock it off like the fight, it means knock it off. Something's gone wrong. Let's turn my radar on so I can find these guys. There they are in front of me. Alright, yeah, a little bit messy there, but we'll be right. Let's check and make sure everything's good. So yeah, so when they mention the Sally corridor, that is this section, or basically you can see it in front of me, with the mountains on either side here. This is the corridor leading straight up here. I think this is the edge of it, this ridge that goes up, and then this one.
But if you want to make a call, you have to switch to history. Also, for the red flag itself, we'll mainly operate on an assigned primary mission frequency, using range as a supplementary way of communication, usually when things get too hot on main.
Alright, so we got Sally, which I'm on now, then Caliente Bravo, then Coyote. Let's go to the, actually, I can use this, can't I? I can pin that. It's a bit too small, this one. So this is Caliente Bravo, I think, and then Coyote is where we're going to be over, and there's the feeble line. And that's the box which is the no-fly zone, which you will be sent home if you go into it. So let's hope I catch up to these guys. Yeah, not too far away, that is 20 miles, so I should be able to see them visually now. Oh yeah, tally. Just. I'm almost at the fragged height for the meetup. Probably can't see them on the video, but they're just here I'm circling. Alright, so now this RWR I got on here as well, so actually, well, I've pinned that one. Let's pin the map. And I've also got these, which I've got off Chuck's Guide, the awesome Chuck's Guide, which has helped me no end in every aircraft. And I've put them on the kneeboard. Yeah, I don't lose them now, I bet. Now I've gone through the clouds. Yeah, a bit lower. But yeah, this, so I've got an eye out here, so an eye on here is the Mirage, so that's probably my wingman. So yeah, it's a bit interesting, the RWR on this plane, and then you've got all the F-15s, F-16s symbols. Yep, there's the flight. Rather than actual numbers, which is not good for my eyesight, because I can barely see the best of times. So yeah, we'll see how all that works out. And this also has these RWR threat codes, and there's an example of what it will look like. The AWACS is the little circle. So waypoint 2, 90 miles, so I'll just catch up in time, so I didn't suffer too much from that late taxi. So punch it down to 10 miles here. Yeah, getting really close now. I'm on the right channel. Oh, they're getting away from me. Whoa!
Paper 1-1, passing waypoint 3. Prepare for left turn, vector 331, speed 322 indicated. In 3, 2, 1, now.
Heads up.
I've got buddies back from F-16.
F-16's buddy
This must be
spike.
Shark 2 with Metal returning from Northport Airspace. Okay, let's try to raise them on Caliente.
Raise them on Caliente, so that would be a radio change, I'm assuming. So let's go to our comms. Caliente is 10.
Setting up their toys and building towers occupied by Iran. So watch out for local flight Chinook. Building the town.
And there's a star, so the star. Actually, let's put that back on.
Happy to what I've seen so far. Okay, Reaper, be advised.
Pin that one. So the star F-16. Yeah,
3-2 ships in trail formation.
I am learning.
Yeah, visual. Looking good, guys. Thank you, sir. Hey, nice formation plan. Chevy, good to see you guys made it for the show. There's just some trouble with the tech.
Thanks. Our hosts were kind enough to send one of theirs our way. It wasn't too fast, but at least we had the chance to listen to some good music.
Good music. Music was good, it was just horrible bloody... oh, there's a 16's going over top. Horrible over the radio.
I was just saying it was very nice from them. Okay, guys. Enough of the chit-chat. We'll switch to sound.
Yeah, they do like a chat, these Frenchmen.
2-1 out.
So this green strip is...
So, hey, Zilch. So
yeah, let's see if they...
tell the town.
Actually, they're talking about it now. Perfect timing. I'll forget the name of it.
We're preparing for an actual operation. I thought it would be a good idea to set up several UAE towns that are now controlled by the
Oh, hang on. They're talking about something else. I thought they were talking about these towns, like Crystal Springs, I think's here.
So it is when, now, and not if.
And then you've got a little
Apparently. These towns will be the main
push through the valley here.
targets for ground hunters.
A road going through.
They are using cargo containers as the main building material.
So
We
down.
will learn more during the mass brief on Monday.
Where's it down there? It's actually down here. So there's the valley and the road going through. That's where the staging in the A10 was from.
Normally it would be air superiority, but in the
The A10 campaign, that's where all the staging was. Then you pushed over there. Mount Irish is here.
Right now, I am so prepared.
Yeah, so Mount Irish, I think's either this one or this one.
Day off tomorrow, so. Tweet what?
Can't remember now.
So, now what you
I think it's this one.
boy. Strip is the main street with
And then Bald Mountain.
That's good to know, Max. But we still have a mission.
Can't see. There's the Rachel and the green.
What is that strip of green to our left?
Oh, there we go. Talking about this one, I think. The Parangat National Wildlife Refuge. And Alamo's the town in the middle. Crystal Springs to the north.
I heard some funny stories told by the ranchers about those. Remind me to tell you about it one day. Do you have any more questions?
You have to ask questions. Let's ask questions. I love questions. Ask about usual flight plan for red flag.
Yes. So we'll be using this way to the northward airspace on our sorties.
Yes, mostly. We will go north from Love's travel stop, then hit up Sally, and turn left towards Caliente.
Maybe this is Irish.
You will usually wait in the staging area before our package will move on with its task.
More questions.
How long will the typical sortie during red flag take?
It depends. But as I've heard, you're without a tanker. For you, it will probably not be longer than 1.5, 2 hours, including startup and shutdown. I have not been promised from the Navy, so we are not left without support.
So we're flying a fair way north here.
That's all we need to know for now.
So this is like the test range here, and then we're flying quite way north on the Feeble line. We'll see if we can work that out. Probably a bit too far away. It's going to be up here somewhere. Security frequency.
Chevy 4.
Chevy 3, set.
Yeah, I'm glad I had a bit of extra knowledge because I probably wouldn't have spotted a lot of these landmarks. Other campaign I mentioned had a little red smoke go up, which is kind of little cheats, but yeah, it was very good to spot it because I'm not exactly sure which one's Irish. It's either this one or this one, and that's Bald Mountain there. That's Bald Mountain, just past the farms here. Falling a bit behind.
Okay, we're coming up to Coyote Charlie. Prepare
Whoops.
for left turn, vector 263. Speed 322 indicated in 3, 2, 1.
So they're late on the count. 322 indicated.
Welcome to Coyote Charlie, gentlemen. Did your CO tell you about the naming of the different ranges and areas?
In very general terms only.
Okay then, important thing to remember. There are 3 basic types of areas in Nevada. Ranges, range areas, and restricted military areas. Ranges are where you will be allowed to drop live ordnance on targets. These usually have a 2-digit number in their name, like R74. In general, they are also called restricted range areas.
Okay.
Range areas are reserved for air operations, but since people are living there, no ground targets are ever placed in them. These will usually be used as friendly territory, like the one we are in now. Caliente, Reveille, and Coyote are all range areas. They're also generally called military operation areas.
Roger. Got it.
So I've
Restricted
got this
military
one.
areas. Now,
Oh, that's the
completely different story.
configuration. Probably because I'm losing fuel.
Ever venture into the container or over to NOPA unless you're in a real emergency situation. These areas are off limits to everyone, except a selected few.
Talk about Area 51.
Talking about Area 51.
We call it Dreamland or the container.
Groom
around
Lake.
here. It's marked as Romeo 4808 Alpha on your map.
Which I think's down this way. Can I see it? Oh, probably not. Yeah, it's down behind this ridge or around down that way. Crap. Slow down. It's tucked in there somewhere. I missed what he said. Alright,
Max Echo, ça suffit.
yeah, I didn't even think to look at that when I took off. So charges, I think, is like air to ground configuration, and because I'm carrying quite a bit, like the weight. So once I start losing weight, then I switch up to air to air. Yeah, I have had this plane since it came out, so I really should know it better. So I've got some things I know pretty well, and other things I don't. So if it sounds like I've just got it, that's why. Okay, let's see if we can see the FIBA. So I got this ridge. I think the other campaign had this as the FIBA. This ridge, and there's Mount Wellington, I do believe. Somewhere at the end of this mountain range. And this white one, does that kind of look like the shape there? Yeah, I'm going with this one here because it cuts out And then this one continues, so the FIBA runs in between those two, going by what I can tell. Unless my map reading skills are down. So at the point of this is where that red... Oh, hang on. Oh boy.
Victor 175, speed 322 knots, and 3.
Call your turns a bit earlier, guys. Call your turns a bit earlier.
Oh, okay. And what is the high peak on our 11 o'clock?
That is Bald Mountain. You will only want to see this one from the north side, as it sits on the edge of Dreamland.
Were there any instances when container was penetrated?
A handful, though I know of only one. There were 3 C-130s on a
Alright, so Bald Mountain is
told the pilot to go into Dreamland and that it would be okay.
this one, I do believe, in between this ridge and this ridge. And then this here is the water going down this range up.
I imagine it was nothing pleasant.
Sort of curves, doesn't it?
Oh, shit. And you wonder where do all the conspiracy
Yeah,
theories
that'd be this
come
ridge,
from?
just kind of curving around, goes up. I'm in his wake. Oh, now I definitely am.
Time will be 15 minutes. On my mark, we will break formation and go to fragged altitude for decoy. Stick to your cap patterns, keep your eyes open, and do not cross over into Dreamland.
Chevy 3
Okay, we've got to go to my
Can we expect any trouble from the Red Air Force?
break formation at waypoint 5,
But the aggressors like to sometimes play cat and mouse games with us anyway.
which is ahead of us. Okay.
Moving bandit going in a week,
Ah,
right into play.
it's just a familiarization and I'm so nervous.
Jumping a pursuit, just remember that the range restriction is 300 feet AGL.
I didn't catch your last. You said a restriction or recommendation?
God, I missed half of those comms again. God damn it.
One last thing. I want you to keep tuned to our main frequency on one radio, but keep your comms on the fragged intra-element frequency.
Chevy 3-1 copies all. We will monitor 248.5 and switch to element freq.
Element frequency. Oops, slow down. Come on. .248 elements. So 248's main, and I'll switch to, I'm assuming, Chevy 3 on 8. Oh, Jesus. Stop that.
We will break formation and go to fragged altitude. On my mark, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so we break and I now go to waypoint 6. Press space when on station. I'm 4 miles out. Just got myself a bit turned around here now. I think it puts me about here. Up here somewhere, I think. Oh no, this white line is this white line. I mean, this ridge is this one with the snow caps on the map. Press space
Chevy 3 is on station.
and switch waypoint 7. Use it when you reach bingo fuel and you need a RTB. Alright, waypoint 7, 21 miles. It's a little low, keep it at 15. I think it said still 15,000 there, didn't it? Yeah. Alright, let's just hold out pilot on there and... Well, actually I am bingo. Guess I need to call... How about I just get to waypoint 7 at least? I feel like I'm not completing the mission otherwise. Sure there's some reserves in there. So I've got an I and a plus, that means... And the B... Two's calling out contacts. So I've got enemy. So the plus was the F-15. Okay. And these guys are pretty much any of these. Go on by that.
Reaper 1-1, Chevy 3-1. We have a single F4 getting low and going fast. Please advise.
Single F4.
Chevy 3-1, Reaper 1-1. Is he still west of the Viva?
I've got 2 there and 1 that way. Let's just track that guy.
Looks like he's trying to hide behind the Rebay range.
Chevy 3-1, looks like an invitation. You are cleared to cross the Viva and intercept the bandit. Warning, weapons hold. The red flight monitoring systems are not operational yet. Just follow him around, but do not shoot.
Chevy 3-1,
There's
copy.
one there. I've got
Communicate
no hit on this one. This one looks like he's further past because the ridge goes there. I'm getting nothing on him. Let's get down lower. Oh yeah, got it. Well, what about those guys? They're pretty close too. Let's switch this so I can see him. Tally. Is that an F4? Keep an eye on these other guys. Oh, I'm going very fast. Yeah, F4. Alright, so let's, what do? Report tally.
Chevy 3-1, tally bandit.
Might put countermeasures on actually. Try to get on bandit 6 and press spacebar when you do that.
Chevy 3-1.
Oh,
I
shit,
am on
where's my
user
fuel?
6. It seems he wants to play. He's
Oi.
trying to shank me.
I haven't got the fuel for this. I haven't got the fuel for this.
Flight.
I don't want to put my burners on. Let's just drift down. I haven't got my master arm on there, have I? Gotcha. I really need to break off and go home. I've got another B out that way, so are they over the border as well? It's a bit loud. How about we just unlock that? Practice our gun solution. I'm not sure if I did something big wrong there. I'm not getting any comms. I haven't lost him. Where's these other guys? Whoa! I haven't got the speed, I don't think, or do I? I'm stalling. Yeah, I think I gotta break off to 450. Probably get me back to Nellis, I'm thinking. Where am I? Is that Bald Mountain in front of us? I think it might be. Where's the farms? No, I got myself turned around a bit. I'm calling that a kill. I'm going home. Alright, so F10. State bingo.
Reaper 1-1, Chevy 3-1, bingo fuel, request RTB.
Chevy 3-1, Reaper 1-1. You've earned more fuel than the rest. Go ahead and RTB.
Gotta get my... Oh, there's the farms there.
Chevy 3-1 to Chevy 4 and 5. Follow the flight plan towards Moapa. Turn towards Nellis and continue with straight in. The bandit is going towards the farms.
Roger, we're going. Come on, let's get closer.
Okay.
Reaper, Chevy 5-1, somebody is coming to the right of the house. Chevy 4-1, radar contact. Two ships going parallel to Reaper. Back today, you have a very intense...
It's probably the two ship I saw back there. Remember that landing? I'll read that in a sec. Is he turning back home?
Okay, the bandit is turning back towards red territory.
There we go. Perfect.
Chevy 3-1, Reaper 1-1.
Where am I?
Disengage and return on station.
So I gotta head east.
Would you be able to get him with the gun?
Damn straight. So the farm's Bald Mountain off my right. There it is there. Okay, got my... state bingo. I've already done that. Yes.
Absolutely. I had him in my sights several times.
During the flag, the systems will tell you that with 100% accuracy. Good work. We will
There's Rachel there. Okay, let's go straight east, out or a bit north-northeast. Make sure I don't go in the container. Alright, so yeah, let's hope I didn't... Oh, 2-3. I think we still should be right. Let's get a bit of height. Alright, so I'll come back and hopefully we're not going to be falling from the sky.
Copy. Stand by, contacting approach.
Alright, contact approach. Check ATS. And contact approach, so ATIS was channel 2.
Mission India on first contact.
Knowledge receipt information India.
060-406. Visibility greater than 10 miles. Scattered
And
clouds.
approach was...
Temperature 34. 2.10. Altimeter 2992.
Where is it?
Use 03 right.
6.
Expect visual.
10, contact India.
Nellis approach, this is Chevy 3-1. We have 3 ship group coming to runway 21 from Moapa for straight in with information India.
Chevy 3-1, Nellis approach. Information India is current.
21 left, descend to 4,000.
4,000 feet over apex.
Contact tower 5 miles out. Roger that.
Runway 21 left, descend to 4,000 over apex. Contact tower when 5 miles out, Chevy 3-1. Okay guys, did you copy that?
Chevy 4-1, we did. Chevy 5, pass out.
Alright, down we go. At 1850, I should have plenty. We'll be right. Nellis is just off to my right here now. Bang. Alright, so just approaching the brick pit and the truck stop there. 4,000. I got it on red alt, and I want. Oh, I forget it was 2-1 left, wasn't it? Yeah. So let's just get down a bit too far out still. Getting a bit closer. Now I wonder, so I've got the TACAN ILS is up there. I'm on glide path, perfect. Need to come down a bit. Now I've got the waypoint whacked in too, so it should give me the synthetic runway on the HUD. Still a bit high, get down. So below 250 now, so it should be right with gear if I didn't wreck it. Alright, gear down. In line now. Oh, gotta put on approach. There we go. And there it is. There's the runway highlighted, which is really cool when it comes time to overcast conditions. And that box, that is the ILS, so I've got to get down and let that come up to my velocity vector. So that's how the ILS works in this, and then you've got the line, of course, so I'm a bit off center. So it's quite an interesting little system. Then you've got the angle of attack, the brackets on the right and left, which I'm going to adjust when I get a bit closer, I think. Just going to trim a bit. It's not something you really have to trim this plane, but okay, I'm just above glide slope, that's fine. Tune the tower. Tower was 4.
Nellis Tower, Chevy 3-1, final, runway 21.
Chevy 4-1, vacate via slow lane Bravo. Chevy 3-1, wind is 0.
Chevy 4-1, copies. Will go.
Okay, what was the towers there?
Nellis Tower, Chevy 3-1.
Clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 21 left.
Yeah, I can see our plane at the very end there. So on glide path now. It's telling me I'm off to the got to get my angle of attack better. Looking good, looking good. Slowly start bringing the speed back now. Okay, angle of attack's good. Got to come down a bit, high a bit. Going a bit fast still. Oh, it's a bit messy. Bit messy. Oh, come on, get down. Had this trouble the last landing. think I'm hitting it a bit too fast. Let's get some air brake in.
And Chevy 3-1, vacate the active and contact ground.
Oh, they've already
Chevy 3-1, Roger, welcome.
they've turned off there. So obviously I need practice on my landings. Okay, tune to 275 ground, which was number 3. So find out what decol means. Alright, so nose steering. And let's just join these guys.
Nelly's ground, Chevy 3-1 with you on taxiway Alpha.
Chevy 3-1, ground. Taxi to ramp Alpha North.
Taxi ramp Alpha North. How's my wingman doing? I forgot all about him, to be honest. Alright, so yeah, a bit messy again. God help us when we're actually going to get into actual proper ops. There's the guys there, so I'll just follow them. I'm not sure, I just remember there was a call saying which order to land in. So I may have jumped the gun. Yeah, they're just parking up there. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, mission, let's have a look here. What's it say? Yeah, results 100. Excellent. So I managed to complete. I might just park up next to these ones actually, because I think that's where we started. Alright, and we are all done. On to mission 3, where probably the first exercise will be.